Hello folks, I'm making this video to show you how to replace the main valve breech seal, the main valve seal, not those two but actually this one. And you can see how it looks. It looks like this, and I will show you what this actually does. So lately I've been filling my PCP rifle, Hatsan Bullmaster, and it was losing air to the point where it wasn't holding air anymore. Initially it started with slow leakage overnight, and then out of a sudden it started hissing through the barrel. So with the help of a guy from well, a Russian speaking guy, I don't know exactly from where, he disassembled the rifle, and it appeared that this is where the air was coming from. So I removed the bottle first. I let all the air out, um, and I thoroughly cleaned the whole thing here, because this is the extra tube that holds air, not only the main tube but also this one, the expander, maybe that's how it's called. uh, and uh, and yeah, so now I'll show you how I managed to get this little thing out, because honestly it took me a whole day to figure it out, because I was too afraid to actually break something. Right, so this is the main valve, and you can just simply unscrew it. If you cannot do it by hand, you can use a 14 millimeter wrench, like this one, 14, and unscrew it. I will show you now once I unscrew it. Okay, so here is the main valve. Here is how it looks. This is the firing pin. There is a the back side of the valve looks like this. So my recommendation is, if you get a very flat screwdriver, and if you try to unscrew this part but you cannot, then just simply get a vice grip or something and gently um, put this part here, the recessed part, into a vice, like upside down, and then using a vice grip just undo this part. Once you undo it, it will be very easy for the next time. So I will remove this cap and I'll show you. Okay, so once you undo the cap, this is the cap. Inside there is a spring and a firing pin, or whatever it's called, I don't know. But this guy here, what it does, there is a seat inside. I don't know if you will be able, okay, well, there you go. See the shiny part inside? Yeah, so this white seat, it's a nylon seat, and it goes inside with this recessed part, like that. However, since it has a seal, it gets inside quite snug, and removing it with I don't know, with a pin or something like that, it really doesn't work. What you need to do instead is get a long and thin Allen wrench, for example, something like, I'll show you, something like that, and then poke through, and while still looking at the inside, and make sure that it gets behind this white seat. And now here's the tricky thing. If you try to push it, most likely it will not come out. However, if you get the Allen wrench on the back side of the seat, and get something like even the same wrench and tap it few times, it will come loose, and eventually it will come out. So there it is. This one goes out. Inside my Hatsan Bullmaster there was also a spare part like this, and no surprise that those go bad. I mean, it's consumables. So the way that you replace it, I haven't done that yet because I'm not at home, but I suppose the way that you do it is you put it on the pin, you put the pin inside, and then you push it with something. um, of course it won't hurt if you use some silicone oil, I repeat silicone, to lube this part a bit, I mean the o-ring, so it can go easier. And then you put the spring and the nut, and of course the pin, and that should do it. Okay, thank you.